Newcastle's takeover seems to be falling apart. Now don't get me wrong, the takeover was going really well, coming 4th 2 seasons ago and would have got Conference League football last season if Man United didn't win the FA Cup.
Who's laughing now?
Since then though, the time of recording, they sit 12th position in the league with only 3 wins.
What's going on here?
This is why they have got rid of Eddie Howe as their new manager and brought in me as their new manager to build this absolutely Saudi Arabian team in Newcastle, the Magpies back to glory and compete for one day the Champions League. Looking at the team though, it's a very good team indeed, with Bruno Guimaraes as the captain, Isaac the Swedish striker up to Joe Luton, the absolute shithouse for his centre mid, with inform on the substitution Harvey Barnes, pretty one of their best players this season in my eyes, with the likes as well. We have got Kieran Trippier, international for England, but who is out on injury at the moment, with I do believe Botman, hence why they are on the reserves. However, we do not have injuries and a new save for the rebuilds right here, and we've actually gone for the 4-2-2 defensive here with the DMs and the left mid and right mids with an extra striker up top for Harry Wilson here and Isaac. Now I'm thinking that Wilson here, he's not a bad player, he is actually on loan, but if we want to look long term into season 1, maybe even go for a bit of Conference League football this season, not like how Man United knocked them out in the FA Cup because of it, hence why they have not got it. They won it, hence why Newcastle does not get any European football this season. And I'm just thinking with Wilson, is he going to be ready up for the test here? Somehow he still gets game time, which I do rate him. He's not a bad player, but we've got to look at long term right there. Left mid, Gordon Murphy, right mid as well. Maybe a brand new right mid would be quite decent as well, with Almiron and Harvey Barnes as the rotation ones right there, and perhaps a backup striker indeed. However, by doing this, we took the liberty of getting rid of some players that don't feel like there will be a future for them at Newcastle, like the likes of Trippier, Nebraska, and also Miley out on loan with many more. Which leads this team to be, like I said, finding now a new right back, right mid, and a new starting striker, as I don't really trust Wilson, as I did mention before. As you can see, we have converted a couple of players while simming up to the couple of days of selling more players and loaning them out, which are real who else has gone out of the team. You might be able to see it at the moment right now, but I've got a bit of a tongue twister right there. But as you can see there, Almiron converted more into a right mid now. Harvey Barnes and Gordon will be converted into left mids as well, which is nice to see. But going on to the players who we have also sold as well, going to the transfer history here, we saw the likes of Longstaff, Lacales, and Osler going out on loan as well. Just hang on much from there. We did actually offer a Trippier to go back to his former team in Spurs, but he decided a new challenge in Liverpool. Perhaps maybe with the whole Trent situation with the contract, maybe he knows something that we don't with the international teammate right there, so they'll be going in from there. So fair enough indeed. However, it does leave our budget on a whopping 117 to play with, to find 3 new positions for season 1 under my new management here. I feel like we can get some decent roles here. I feel like one player definitely needs to come into the team that would impact this team massively in a defensive role, could take up a lot bit of money, and that will be my first signing right now.
Here we go.
And that first signing is a biggie indeed. We talked to Enrique and got Hakimi, 84 overall in the new right back role. He's seen the project, he's seen the Saudi money, he's seen me as the new manager, and thought that's a bit of me right there. Leaving the French division in PSG to go to the Magpies in Newcastle. Very good sign for us indeed. A little bit realistic, you could say, but if we want to compete for one day the Premier League in a couple of seasons time, we need players like this in the team. So our new number 2 is here. We thought Tonali was a bit of an unrealistic one, for Newcastle made it work, and I'm going to do it with Hakimi in the right back role. Welcome Asif Hakimi for 65 million to the Magpies in Newcastle. So one signing down Hakimi, but now we're looking for the right mid just above him, and we've gone for a guy in the French division from Lille, in Edon Zagrova, if that's how you pronounce it right there. The age of 25, the over 79. I don't think he's that bad of a player in real life. We've got a bit of potential about him. We did sadly get rid of Jacob Murphy and voting the swap deal with 14 million. Jacob Murphy being Newcastle's one of the decent players this season, but we've got to look long term, and this guy suits the meta with the finesse shot traits and just overall quality on that right mid for a good future in Zagrova. And now our final signing for season 1 goes to João Pedro from Brighton, the age of 22, the over 77. He's offered him a sporadic role, so I feel like in terms of rotation with Harry Wilson here, I keep saying Harry Wilson for some bloody reason, but we'll just say Wilson, Callum Wilson, sorry. he's going to get enough game time, both of them, and this guy's got a bit of future about. We've only paid 16 million for him, which I think is a good steal there from one of Brighton's good players in real life. Quality player for the Brazilian, offers something different to Isaac. So here is the team now for Season 1 under Newcastle. As you can see, João Pedro goes up top with Isaac, Zagrova and Hakimi with that brand new right-hand side right there with Harry Wilson, Almiron, Barnes, Joe Little, Dan Burn, Hall, Target, Willock, and this keeper I'm not going to really pronounce, as the rotation in the substitutions right there. Also Gordon as well, and I have actually changed Livramento to be converted into a left back so he can play numerous position, which is absolutely fantastic. And next year though, Joe Luton as well was a centre mid into a DM as well, so it's good rotation in that midfield. It is very strong. Going on to the tactics right now, I've just gone for a bit of a high line here, counter attack 4-4-2, obviously holding with the player rows here with the wing backs, poachers here. And it should be with ball, actually not right there, for some reason it hasn't been saved, but I wanted to do inside winger there and also inside winger, so it kind of sets up as a bit more like a free back kind of a way in a sense, with Tonali, Gamara kind of dropping back with Hakimi, running up the pitch with Livramento, so not too shabby right there. It should save, yeah, you go. And then also as well, before we check out the objectives from the board this season, we're just going to have a little look at the tactical present. I've gone for the counter attack, something a bit different in this rebound. I normally go for the wing play, but I thought, you know what, let's go for a counter attack with Zagrova and Gordon and Pedro and Isaac. A lot of pace in that midfield and the attack, especially on the wings and in the striker rows. And then in the coach department, we have hired out a couple of coaches here, with the goalkeeper just getting the fourth one right there. In terms of the youth academy this season though, I mean, we have got a couple of players right here. I will actually sign pretty much majority of them and then see if we can loan them out off a camera, especially this Volts here. He could be someone, but in terms of the actual reel here today, I don't think we're really going to deep dive into it. I have turned off no sacking, so I think it's absolutely pointless and it'd be kind of defeating the object of kind of rebuilding the team to a sense, because it's well, you can get sacked with bloody anything, as anyone does know. But looking at the objectives though, also no European football, because obviously of course last season they did not get any, so we're not going to get any this season right here. Critical though, they want us to finish in the Champions League spot. Bit of a tough one there. An FA Cup, they actually want us to go on to win it. Youth I'm not going to bother with that one. Brian Exposure, so I'm one veteran player. Like I said, we're not going to bother. In terms of the objectives, we're just more curious on what they're saying in the domestic and continental when we get it potentially next season, if we do get it continental next season. But other than that though, not too shabby indeed. The team is looking quite good indeed. I'm hoping that, I mean, I'm not too sure where I expect to finish this season. We just won the European competition next season, so anywhere 8th and above, or 7th, or wherever it is for the Europa Conference League. I mean, I'll take Europa League. I think that'd be a really good like benchmark for season 1. Going into season 2 to maybe push for Champions League then. But other than that, the team is looking very good. It's looking saucy, it's looking juicy. I'm just hoping it does the business while simulating to the end of the season, which we'll find out right now. And bam, here we have it then, the end of the season. We've got Arsenal here. I think we're just beating Arsenal 3-2, just popped up on the right, and we have 3-2 win against them. That is a very good result against one of the League 2 contenders in the Premier League right now at the time of recording. And we got Everton in our last game, and it seems like we have potentially come third there on the left, if I've just seen it, and we haven't. We have come fourth. Well, maybe we have come third here, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see if we can get the win against Everton, getting right into the match day right here. Can we secure Champions League football? I mean, the board did say to reach pretty much Champions League football, qualify for next season, but I said Europa League or any Conference League football. But to be fair, the growth in the team, looking at João Pedro gone up by 3 as well, is looking quite naughty indeed. But we should be getting the winner at home, and we don't. We get the loss with Harrison getting the away win, which means Liverpool's won their game and Arsenal's won their game. So where does that actually finish us in the table here? Have we just bottled Champions League football in the last game? And we have. That's very frustrating indeed. We just missed out on the last game of the season for Champions League football, which means we have got Europa League football last season. As you can see, they're the top 4, with Spurs actually winning the league. Wow, well, I didn't expect to see that right there. I didn't even actually see that right there. But fair play to Spurs, finally getting the job done after numerous years of, they've actually probably won they probably have won the Premier League, but donkeys years ago. That's where the whole joke comes around. FA Cup, though, they actually want us to win this, with Burnley getting to the actual final. Those we haven't done anything right there. Where have we come though? Let's have a look. And we lost to Chelsea right there. Carabao Cup though, how did we go on this one? Oh, and we have won this one here. We've actually beaten the Premier League champions Spurs 2-1. So we actually did walk away with 1 trophy. And it's the Carabao Cup, the trophy that always kind of slips away with my rebuilds on this channel. But we do it well right there. Beating Liverpool 4-2 on aggregate. Beating Man United on penalties, which is actually pretty good. and Fulham in the round 4. So not a bad season, it's just very frustrating we missed out on Champions League football when it was literally just one game away. But Arsenal and Liverpool do the job and get it for the next season. Going into the squad hub now, though, the team is looking not too bad in terms of Groper, who was outstanding players, and João Pedro, the new signing, just getting one more goal over Isaac Gale with Gordon with 14-11. Probably the more outstanding player of the season, Gordon, it seems like, with Bruno Guimaraes as well. But the question is, where is some of the individuals as well? Have they been loaned out at all or sold? So I'm just intrigued on where people like Harvey Barnes is, because we didn't see his rating there. So let's have a look here. And he's actually gone out on loan to Chelsea. All right, okay, so obviously throughout the simulation he has gone on loan. We also got that Alan Ross as well, which I did say we'll probably bring in 1 or 2 just to see how they get on with potential wise. It doesn't look too bad at the age of 18, nearly overall 70. Maybe the Generate Youth kind of player could come in as a loan for, or maybe next season a backup if Harvey Barnes isn't very satisfied with the team. Also on loan at Chelsea. But going back as well to the actual some of the players, let's see in terms of the growth actually, see if anyone's done quite good in terms of the growth. I mean, Gordon is looking very good, Joe Luton as well. Livramento going a bit slow, but Fabian Schär also decreasing in centre-back role there at the overall. So perhaps maybe new season we focus on getting a brand new centre-back. Same Grove as well, got up a little bit, which is nice to see. Maybe another right mid to sign, to be fair, if we want to actually secure Champions League football next season. But he looks okay, he's doing alright at the moment. Almiron as well. Willock, Harvey Barnes, of course, there. Has he played any games? He's played 14 games with no goals and assists, which so his loan spell hasn't really been the best there. Let's say Mai's gone up quite a bit as well, which is nice to see. Probably another loan spell for him, and then maybe in season 3 he'll come in as more of a rotational in the near future in the centre mid row. Lewis Hall gone up a little bit as well in the rotation, which is nice to see. But other than that, the team doesn't look too bad at all. I expected maybe to get Champions League football right at the end there, but it is what it is. New edge from Harry Wilson. Why do I keep saying Harry Wilson? I don't understand. I'm getting mixed with Harry Maguire for some reason. That's what I'm saying, the Harry bit. But very strange. Very, very strange indeed. An absolute shocker. But Callum Wilson, thanks for back into the first team. That's all I meant. I want a bit of rotation. And actually, to be fair, I know I keep going on to the squad hub later. I do apologise. But I just want to see how many games he potentially played this season in terms of the actual rotation. He has gone. He's only played 9 games. Only scoring 3. Has gone overall. But we expect that at the age of 33. Hence why we got the likes of João Pedro, who has been probably one of our best strikers this season, to be fair. But Isaac has got more assists, so I'll say he's been more swaying it. But in terms of the overall ratings, it's looking good for João Pedro in the near future. Have a look at the board objectives as we'll see if we have ticked off any of them indeed. So brand exposure, obviously we did not finish in that one there, which is a bit annoying. We could have actually got that done, but we didn't mess it up. One of the brand exposure as well, signing one veteran. We could potentially do that next season, but I'm not too sure. We need to look for the growth now. Obviously next season, Europa League is definitely the task to win next season. Maybe go for the FA Cup, maybe retain the Carabao Cup, and then definitely 100% finish the Champions League spot for season 3 in the near future. So here we have it then into season 2 with Newcastle coming off from last season, just scraping out and missing out on Champions League football, which means we have got Europa football, and that means we're just going to quickly check out the objectives so far for season 2. To begin with, domestic success, finish Europa Champions League spot, which what I want to do now in my objectives, where we just missed out on the last bloody game against Everton, where Harrison got the goal there. Europa League, really actually wanted to win this, and this is another target that I want to win it. For my own targets, I want to maybe go for the FA Cup, maybe retain the Carabao Cup, and also win the Europa League. Maybe a cheeky treble, especially just to try and retain the Carabao Cup and the Europa League. They're the 2 I feel like we want to definitely go for. And in terms of league, we definitely want to finish in the top 4 for season 3, going into the Champions League. We've got a massive budget this season in 198 million, and the reason due because of that, if we go to the transfer history in my club, Harvey Barnes has actually joined Arsenal. He wanted to leave the club coming back from loan off from Chelsea, sorry. He wanted to leave the club. I thought an offer would come in from Chelsea, but obviously with the going difference, he obviously didn't do well there. So he's actually gone to Arsenal. I didn't want to get rid of him because he's been brilliant in real life, but he's gone there. Marco Torres is well, one of the youth academy players, the goalkeeper, I do believe. Yes, he has gone out on loan there to Vikes in FK, sorry. And then Lewis Miley gone on loan to Benfica once again. I'm hoping he can come back near the 80 overall and be a really good rotation centre mid / DM right there. Looking at the team though, if you can probably see what's going on to the screen. So Grover has been converted into a left mid because, to be fair, Almiron actually played more games and had better stats than him. So I'm actually going to drop St Grover into the left back mid row in kind of in rotation with Livramento and Gordon. I feel like he could probably suit that role a little bit better just behind Gordon to come off. And that means we need to find another right mid for this team because, well, Parkinson is definitely not going to be played there. And honestly, if we want to go for the Europa League and finish in the top 4 this season, Almiron isn't really going to cut in terms of overall. We said about a centre-back as well in Share because he's getting there with age, so we'll definitely drop down into probably Dan Bird's position in substitution, so we need to start in centre-back indeed. And I'm actually thinking of a brand new, potentially, a right back rotation row here. Yes, we have got Cruyff here, but with Target and Hall, we've got too many, and I don't like the overall of Cruyff right there, so I feel like we need to make another 3 signings for this team, and with the budget we have got, we should be able to do that quite comfortably indeed. Before we reveal who we're going to sign for the club here, we have got the coach management, which I did hire a couple of more, especially on the 5-star region right there. Without further ado though, let's see if we can make some new signings for Newcastle in Season 2 and build this team and make it stronger for the upcoming season. So with the season break, Hakimi went to his old teammates in Ousmane Dembele and said to him, look, Newcastle are going for it all, and with the budget we had of pretty much 200 million, I thought I'd make it a reality today. Ousmane Dembele, the overall 86 at the age of 26, will be our new right mid / right wing for the Magpies. What a signing indeed. We've got to sign star players, and he is definitely one that fits in that category. A bit of a change up from PSG to Newcastle. The Premier League, a massive test for him, but with the quality he is and the meta he is on this game, he will fit into us perfectly. 80 odd million we paid for him, big money for a big player. On to our second signing out of the 3, we went ahead to Milan and got Tomori, an absolute rock at the back, and being an English centre-back indeed, I was like, well, you know what? Let's bring him back to the English division, and why not be in Newcastle? Paid a whopping 62 million for him. Yes, we are really splashing the cash in Season 2. We are not here to mess around, especially when it comes to the Europa League. We want that indeed. Hence, if we go and win that, we might have the Super Cup going into Season 3, which is a rare trophy to get on my Rebuilds in this channel. But number 23 here, we're number for a centre-back here, but Tomori, next to the main man in centre-back already in Botman, could be a dynamic duo at the back. What a player. What a signing. And the third and final signing goes to a right back from West Ham. Just went from Man United to West Ham, but now to Newcastle in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Age 27 at the overall of 80. Only paid 20 million for him, and he actually offered to be the rotation in this team. We didn't actually offer him indeed. He just came and went, look, I don't mind being a rotation player for this team. So I was like, hey, why not? I think he's a good player. He can obviously play centre-back as well. Offers a bit of variety. Very good defensively. And I think he'd be a really good right back for Hakimi that offers something different. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with a whopping 25 million just to play with. Anyone's got on the contract or anyone wants to go, you know the business right there. We have made 3 more additional signings in Ousmane Dembele, Tomori, and Aussie Wan-Bissaka for the substitution row. So now the team is looking very good indeed. You could probably argue and say maybe Pope needs to be a replacement in the near future. Maybe Season 3 we look at that. And Livramento, keeping an eye on him this season because its overall isn't really massively growing, so I'm hoping to see him near the 84-85 region at the end of the season. That would be ideal. Obviously, Dembele, don't worry, I will convert him into a right mid. It only takes like 10 weeks, so it should be absolutely fine throughout the simulation. João Pedro, the man to watch as well, probably the best striker last season. We're very close to Isaac, scored actually more goals, but Isaac with the more assists, so it'll be intriguing to see how well they get on this season. Like I said, we want to finish in the Champions League spot. That is where we have to hit this season. I'm actually not going to change the tactical present. I think counter-attack actually worked last season. We just got very unfortunate not to hit the Champions League football position last season and coming in the top 4. But other than that, our first game is against Aston Villa. Let's actually just have a little quick look at this, see if we can start off with a bang here. Let's get right into it on a quick scene. Can we start off well? And we actually don't, to be fair. 2-1 loss there to Aston Villa with Gordon getting the only goal. Hopefully that doesn't really fall to the end of the season and be the actual outcut of how the whole season is going to play out. Hopefully we can step back up from that. Offer for Isaac as well. You're definitely not going anywhere. 170 million though, to be fair. Absolutely no chance at all. But all that's left to do, ladies and gentlemen, is simulate to the end of Season 2 and hope for pray that we get Champions League football with some trophies along the way. And so here we are at the end of the season. Looks like we have got Leeds here. Looks like it's a 1-0 win if you've just seen it on the top right corner, but has popped on the main screen right now. Burnley back-to-back home games should be another win here, and it will be a 3-1 win right there. Looking quite good, top right corner in the green minority as well. is good. FA Cup against Aston Villa, that's good. It means it's still in. Oh, it's the final. Can we win it? And we do. Oh, thank God for that. I would have actually stopped for that, but I thought, to be fair, near the end of the season, it normally pops up near the end, but it actually just popped up there. So we're just simulating, obviously, still now. And we have won it regardless. So we have ticked off the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup, there was a one I'm intrigued about. We're winning every single game here. Tottenham here. And is this the last game, perhaps? And it will be. But we have won the FA Cup. Oh, and it looks like the EFL there and the USCL, the Chelsea there, the 1-0 loss, which is a bit annoying. We lost to Wolves as well. But we've done all right. I think we have done okay. And we have come potentially fourth. However, we have to beat Tottenham. We have to beat Tottenham here because it could happen again. It could happen again. If we do not beat Tottenham and City win, they could scrape fourth, which would be a very annoying deal. Has Spurs done it again? Has Spurs won the league again? No, it hasn't. Chelsea has won it. Spurs winning the league last season, now 8th, back to the original position that they normally do come. No offence right there to Spurs fans. But hopefully we do win against Tottenham here. We need to win this game. So let's see if we can win it right here. Come on, 4th versus 8th. Look at the growth within the team. Surprisingly, Dembele has not gone up by any, so hopefully he's had an actual DC. 11 mentor, I did say I want him to the 85 overall kind of region. And he has, but can we win against Spurs here away? And we do 2-0 with Wilson and João Pedro getting the goals. So we have hit our objectives of reaching Champions League football for next season. And we actually have got the minibus celebration here. We're going to see a Carabao Cup on the top of this, and we are not. Unfortunately, it's just the FA Cup, but that is one of 3 big trophies ticked off going into season 3 with the Premier League and now the Champions League. The only trophies remaining for the Newcastle Rebuild, but we have done it there. Let's just skip this straight away, and let's have a look at the end table. If we can just quickly find it, and as you can see, we have come 4th here, with Arsenal and Chelsea really batting it out for the title, with Aston Villa and Newcastle securing Champions League football. Manchester City, Man United, Liverpool and Spurs missing out on Champions League football, which is very rare, especially for Liverpool and Manchester City, probably the best Premier League teams, with Arsenal in real life season. However, let's have a look at the squad hub. Let's say Dan Burns' financial is coming to an end, which is a bit of a shame here. Wilson and Callum Wilson, we cannot offer them contracts, so they are returning at the end of the season. So maybe a new backup striker needs to come to the team. But regardless of that, let's have a look at the stats here. And João Pedro is absolutely kicking ass at Newcastle, definitely being the better striker this season. Also, it was a bit of confidential. Well, one thing confidential, a bit eerie in terms of him and Isaac, who was the better striker. Let's say Ousmane Dembele's had a fantastic season in right mid, but hasn't actually grown up in overall at all, which is a bit worrying. But at the overall 86, he can do bits. He can do bits still at that overall, which is good. Gordon as well. Callum was on his last season doing fantastic. Bruno Guimaraes as the captain, 11 and 12 as well. A lot more goals to score this season, with Dembele and Gordon dominating on the wings. It's nice to see indeed. Leather Mentor has gone up as well, looking at some of the lower overalls as well. Anyone potentially gone up here? Obviously, we have got Rafe here, who's still out on loan. Coming back will be a potential rotational winger again, which would be very nice indeed. As for the Youth Academy, Marley only going up by +2 there, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Let's say Cher is kind of dropped down to the reserves as well now, with Lloyd Kelly being more the rotational centre back now. So that's something we need to definitely change as well. Since Grover gone by +1, Wan-Bissaka to the game, much game time, 16-2 goals. Alright, he's done his job. And Nick Pope and Botman as well, not too bad. Tomori again, and really the same with Botman. No one really in the centre back row has really grown up, but you know for a fact in season 3 they definitely will indeed. 3 new player rows as well. Let's just apply them, and of course they're going to the attackers as well. One on Lewis all right there, and let's just scroll all the way down to the bottom where you will see our attacking threat in Isaac, who is now a 90 overall, and we're just going to go on the lowest one possible, so we'll just go on target forward. And João Pedro, who has massively surprised me, is growing up ridiculously high. He could be near the 88 or 89 near the end of season 3 when we do get there in the next season. But other than that, season 2 is fantastic. We have done brilliant. Let's just have a look as well at the other cup runs as well. We might as well. So the Premier League, FA Cup, we also did see that 3-1 against Aston Villa for simulation. Crawley Town got to the semi-finals. I've got to give it to them. Fair play, nearly got to the final, but we battered them 3-1 away, as we would expect. We beat Wolves for 1 right there. How did we get on as well? And Coventry 2-0. How did we get on with the Carabao Cup? We're supposed to try and retain this. Arsenal won on penalties. What a final that is right there. Didn't get to the semis, into the quarters. How did we come through that? We got knocked out by Wolves in the round of 4. Alright, so not too bad indeed, and we're just going to quickly have a look at a trophy that we thought we could actually win this season. I know we got knocked out by Chelsea, but where was it? And it was against Napoli versus Chelsea. Napoli picking up the result there. We're knocked out in the semi-final, so we did okay there. On aggregate, 3-2. Fair enough, and Napoli won on penalties to then beat Chelsea in the finals, so not too bad from them. A decent season, I think, that we've ticked off one of the main trophies and hit Champions League. So in terms of our actual objectives from the board, if we go to domestic success, we have double ticked it. So in terms of that, it's been a successful season. But season 3, with the team it is on paper now, if I could just quickly show you, we're getting one step closer to the Premier League, and I feel like with some of the growth for next season with Hakimi, you name it, Livramento, we could actually go for the Premier League, and who knows, possibly the Champions League in our first run-in since a good couple of years back. So you have to wait and see what happens in season 3. But no, nothing around now. Let's get into it and see what happens in season 3. So here we have it then into season 3, and this could potentially be our last season indeed. As you can see with the inbox there right at the bottom, Almiron has been sold, so we might as well start that off to kick off season 3. He wanted to leave, so we made the choice of actually getting rid of him to Brentford. However, we have actually got a rotational winger for him, which I will reveal just in a second. Michael Torley says, well, the goalkeeper showed great potential. We just sold him because, let's be honest, this late into the season, we wasn't really good looking to the youth academy as much anyway. He is going to go. He's not really going to make the team. But like I said, we have got, as you can see here, if I could just quickly scroll down, we have got Marley and Roti here. And Marley will be now the new rotational right mid for Ousmane Dembélé. So he's going to go into the team. And I believe this guy is just going to go into there. So you just see him a little bit higher up into the pitch there. Kelly here will be the new rotational centre-back over Cher as well, because the overall rating is a little bit better. Now, the team is looking very good. Nick Pope at the overall of 86 as well, but as you can see, with our budget of 212 million, we've got money to spend, so we might as well just try and spend it, to be honest, on someone maybe a little bit unrealistic in terms of maybe then we can go for, as you can see, with domestic success, win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, and actually win the Champions League. That's what the board's saying. I'd say it could happen, but I would not mind going into season 4 where I feel like it'd be a bit more possible with a bit more growth within the team. Youth development, not going to look into that. Sign one veteran player. Again, I don't think we're really going to look into that as well, because we want to sign the right players for the team, and I'm looking more over overall than quality, if that makes sense. So I feel like with Callum Wilson returning as well, we need a new rotational striker for João Pedro and Isaac. And I feel like a new goalkeeper for Nick Pope here, as, let's be honest, we need someone who is very good to potentially go for all of them trophies for season 3. And the goalkeeper that will be joining Newcastle is from Dortmund, and it is Kobo at the overall of 90 overall. 100 million we paid for this goal, and you know what? Let's just blast the class. Let's just put a 100 million price tag on him, because his market value was pretty much 89 million, around that mark anyway. So when, you know what, let's just put 100 million, get the deal done, and we have done. The new number 1. Harsh on Nick Pope, you could say, but as a new rotational goalkeeper, he will be. I think it'd be okay for him indeed. But as you can see, he has got the new number 1 in Kobo. Hopefully this man can lead to a Premier League title at the back, help it out, make him all stronger at the back. First signing, let's go get our rotational striker for Newcastle. And for our last signing, only 2 signings for season 3. It goes for, of course, our rotational striker at the age of 24, over 70, in Armando Broja here from Chelsea. Also with Nicholas Jackson doing very well at Chelsea. Now, this guy, I believe he's on loan, but he's come back. And, well, he's not really going to get started. They've got so many players in that striker position, or any position really at Chelsea. So I'm just going to offer him a rotation. It's the new number 9, but I'm not going to give him the number 9. I think João Pedro is the number 9. We'll give him a new number, but good rotation in Broja. So when the new signers come into the team, I am just going to quickly and show you on the recording here that we are just going to quickly change the number for João Pedro to the number 9, which makes Broja the number 24. The team is looking fantastic, though. We just got to put him into the team now, though. So Nick Pope, unfortunately, sadly, my man, you don't really deserve it, to be honest, but you're going to get dropped out there. I've actually done the wrong person there, and take out you if I can, and then in he goes Kobo, and then also Broja. If I can just grab you, you were going for Crave. So that is the team, ladies and gentlemen. It is looking very strong indeed. A team that could definitely compete for the Premier League and potentially the Champions League one day. Who knows? Maybe in season 3 we'll have to wait and see. And let's get to the tactical president as well and just quickly see if we can find any more better scouts here. So let's just start up the top here. Any 5 stars we have got it in the midfield row, so we're going to get that one in there. Just keep going, the more the merrier, to be honest. 5-star as well in the goalkeeper department. And can we get any more? And we do with another midfielder, so that's happy days. Can we get one for defender though? I mean, that's where I would like to really get one. We've got another 5-star in the goalkeeper department. I think, to be fair, we can get the goalkeeper one. Let's have a look here. Let's release this coach if we just quickly do. That's taking so long. Why is the menu taking so long? A bit of a delay there. And there we have it. So I think that should really boost up Kobo as well. I mean, defense, I would like another one there because we've got 4-4 and only 1-5. I'll tell you what, just out of curiosity, is there another 5-1? Maybe we get lucky. And no, it's not. Okay, so only 4. So that is going to probably wrap it up in terms of the coaches we could potentially hire for this season. But I'm expecting big things from Newcastle this season. There's not much to really talk about really into Season 3. Near, I would say, late into this rebuild. The team's looking very good. It is looking very good. I'm expecting maybe to go for the FA Cup again. Now the Premier League. And in terms of the Champions League, I said I wouldn't mind going to Season 4. If we can get to the quarters, maybe, actually no, the semi-finals, I would say. I think we're good enough with the team we've got. That, for me, will be a fantastic season indeed. Quarters or semis, I would say. Let's see how we get on though in Season 3. So here we have the end of the season, Season 3. Is it going to be make or break for Newcastle? I think we just got the loss there against Spurs, which isn't the best. Hopefully we can bounce back here. Top rank points doesn't look too bad, but that's probably because of the youth development here. A draw against Leicester. Doesn't look like a good season so far, does it? And hopefully we can get the win against Brentford, it seems, in our last game. That is the big one right there. And depending on how we got on with the rest of the cups, I mean, how it's going at the moment, it's not that good here. We've got Brentford here, and we've got a Champions League final, but of course, it's against the El Galacticos in Real Madrid. Actually, Fenerbahce, it seems, there on the 4th of May. Got to the semi-final, but have we won the league? And we might have. We might have. We need to beat Brentford right here. Let's get right into the game and see if we can get the result here. Here we have it. A lot of tired legs there, but Kumara's 92. Tonali. That midfield's disgusting, isn't it? But come on, we've got to get the win here away to Brentford. It is a draw. However, that might be enough. That might be enough. Liverpool won their game as well. Let's just have a look at the league table before we go ahead and look at the Champions League final. As you can see there, not looking too shabby. We'll just pick one bloody one. We're going on standings here. Have we won the Premier League? Let's have a little gander here. And we have. We've done it on goal difference. It's one of them, but we will take it. Liverpool needed, to be honest, score about 20-odd goals. They needed us to lose, let's be saying that. But it looks like we have done it. So that is one trophy down. Community Shield. And we lost to Chelsea. Alright, unfortunately. FA Cup, have we done that one as well? No, we have not. Oh, got knocked down the semis against Manchester City. Alright, fair enough, Manchester City, I suppose. Carabao Cup, we did win this one already in our first season, I do believe. And we do, we win that one. So that's 2 trophies down. However, can we finish on a treble on the Champions League? But it is against Real Madrid. It is a big team indeed. It's going to be a massive task, this. 5 days. I'm hoping our players can rest a couple of days for that. I don't know how you bloody change it, to be quite honest. But here we go. Real Madrid versus Newcastle. No injuries as well. Let's just quickly back out here and just have a look at their team before we continue on and get into the Champions League final. Opponent analyst here. So, of course, they have got Mbappe, Brahim, Valverde, Modric, Jude Bellingham, Saliba from Arsenal. What an addition that is. Jerry Frimpong as well. It's a disgusting team. They've got McGinn in the substitution. I mean, that's a bit strange, but hey, you know, you do you, Real Madrid. But this is the big one. This is the biggie. Can we get this done right here? I'm looking at the likes of João Pedro, who's gone up, Isaac as well, Dembele with that pace with Gordon. It's going to be a toughie, but I reckon we can do it. Let's get into it. So here we have it then, Newcastle United versus Real Madrid Champions League final. And we've only took 3 seasons to get to this mark. Will we be going to Season 4, which I expected to? And we could do right here because Kylian Mbappe is right through straight away. And Kylian Mbappe 1-0. Woo! That's why they signed him. That's why he is the main man in the world football right now. Probably not, actually. He's probably Vinicius Jr., but he's been a bit slow at Real Madrid in real life. But it takes one killer through ball and it sends through the turtle in Kylian Mbappe. Not the start we wanted there. But it's still early on. I believe in this team. Come on. Silly mistakes. So 1-0 down to Real Madrid. But can we retaliate back? Straight away here. Hakimi on an overlapping run here. Dembele on the ball. Turning and twisting. Bruno Guimaraes, the captain, looking to lift his third trophy this season. Vinicius Junior tackles him well. Pineda into Luka Modric, the captain, looking to lift his 7th, I believe, Champions League title, I believe. And this will be. Kylian Mbappe, he's too good. He's way too good. Kylian Mbappe, good save from Kobel. He's very ratty indeed. He is the meta. Got to stop him. Luka Modric, Vinicius on this bar line. It's a joke. Oh my god, Real Madrid are looking way too strong for us at the moment. This is why I didn't expect to really get to this stage, to be completely honest. Gordon can run through here, and it's a João Pedro who's become one of the world's best drivers at the moment. Trying to get it back over to Gordon, but he didn't make the run. It's a bit of a shame with the custom tactics. You expect to do the inside forward run there. Memento does well. I can see Isaac, he can't get over the top of it though. Saliba does well, but that should be ours to head back down. One for Hakimi. Play that. No momentum. Maybe what will happen along here. And he's an option. We'll go back into the middle. One more there, and Isaac could be through. One more inside to Dembele. Good movement there. Goes back into Isaac, but he is. Oh, it's a great bit of movement there from Dembele. But Isaac does get caught offside. It was delayed. Maybe should have used number 10. He would have been through, I think. But Schlossler back there covered his lines, and the defence didn't matter anyway. So, Ferland Mendy, the guy that got the assist to the Turtle in Kylian Mbappe. Pineda does well. We're getting into the rim a little bit here. It's a good job. I'm going to bring him down. I don't let Vinicius Junior run into open space there. Tactical foul there from Ousmane Dembele. It's a good ball to the box, and Kobel will grab it. Now we could counter attack off this. It's a ball out wide, and it is Dembele. And Dembele, 2 bits here. Going against Ferland Mendy here. Keeps going. Awkward angle, and it just skims the post. It's a hard angle, and Ancelotti looks on in fear because Newcastle, the Magpies, nearly equalised in this Champions League final. Unlucky indeed. We're looking a little bit better here. Good pass there. Jeremy Frimpong. And Graham. And the Valverde. And here they come again, but that should be ours. Good play this. Back at wide of Gordon. And there could be a good top ball there. And it will. Can we get one more cross? We do! And it's 1-0! And it's the dynamic duel of all season. In João Pedro and Isaac. It's a sweaty goal, rolling back the days of KSI, but we will take it. It's 1-1 at the Benfica Stadium, where the Champions League tie final is being held. A good ball over the top then, space opens up, taps it across, and it's 1-1 just like that. A lot better from the Newcastle boys. Let's keep it going, got the momentum. So 1-1 just like that. But can we continue this on? We've got, like I said, the momentum's on our side now. So can we go on to win it? Don't let this run here from this player though. And from Botman, he ran right through that player. Back pass right there to Bruno Guimaraes, who's been fantastic this game. Gives it in to Gordon. Just get tapped there, and it's enough for Real Madrid to do well. We could win it down. We do win it down, but not good enough. What's the gun season? I was going to slide tackle to Guimaraes there, but knocked onto the fullback. But 1-1 at half time. It's not a bad game. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe and Ferland Mendy linking up together to get the early goal for Real Madrid. But Newcastle, as they always do, fight back. And they have done very well indeed. Second half could be tasty in this final. Right, gentlemen, only one change. And it's actually Dembele goes off for Miley. Tired legs, that's all it is. He's pretty much in the red bar, and I need fresh legs. He hasn't got the speed, but Miley offers a bit more creativity going through the middle, which we're doing a lot for this game. We're going out in the middle and then back out wide. You can offer something different on the opposite wing. Graham here. I was going to say, I'm going to play the offside trap here, bit of an over team tactic. And Mbappe trying to run through with that speed again, and we're not going to allow it. It could be a ball over the top there, it could be a head down. It will be. Hakimi. Isaac just holding the ball up, not forcing it out into Hakimi. It's a ball in the middle there. And will we head down into Miley, but he is offside. I actually originally wanted to Miley with the cross, but it went to João Pedro instead, which is a bit frustrating. Look at Modric. Rebuild Mendy. There's a ball run through here, and it's Vinny again, and we couldn't grab him. And Vinny running through, but Tomori there, just fantastic. That's top notch from the centre back. And he clears his lines, that will do. Luka Modric. Throwing and twisting, we don't want to dive in here. Do not give Mbappe the ball and this man here, because they're the ones that makes this team tick. Rebuild Mendy going for the back post there, but out we go. Oh, I was going to say, that will do. That will do. Pedro making the run. Shouldn't have cut inside. We got a bit fortunate there though. But the pass was a bit sloppy. I must admit, it's been all Real Madrid this second half, and as it stands, we could be going extra time here. Good play here. Newcastle just cannot grab the ball here in the second half at all. We can't do anything. Real Madrid keeping it close. Luka Modric. Now we finally get the ball from Miley. Well done. But he's under a lot of pressure here. They do well. Ball over the top there. And there could be a ball through, and it will be a ball through. And it is Miley. And he could run through. Can he find Isaac? Heads it down to João Pedro. We can't get the shot. It's a great blocking time. That definitely would have been it. But Newcastle look good there. Oh, it's 2 advantages for him, to be fair. He loves a yellow card. Newcastle struggling the back here. It's a good ball to Mbappe. Nothing comes from it. Hakimi on the overlapping run, it seems. So there's one more ball, and it could be Hakimi through on goal here. Hakimi could go all the way. Hakimi's in! An unexpected goal scorer in the right back row has won it for Newcastle. A former teammate of Kylian Mbappe in Hakimi. I was going to try and pass it, but well, you know what? I believe in the kid. He knows how to do it on the big stage. He did it for the World Cups. He did it for the Euro. I was going to say the Euros. What am I saying? I lost my head. But Hakimi's done well. Come on. So is that going to be it? Have we defeated the main team? And we have, with pretty much a 90th minute winner to defy all the odds, with Newcastle securing the treble this season with the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and now the Champions League. Surprisingly, it only took us 3 seasons. We were expecting 4. I was expecting 4. But the team has underestimated themselves and done absolutely bits against probably the best team in world football at this present time in Real Madrid. Pure domination, I've got to say. This season has been pure domination. But the black and white stripes are on the Champions League trophy. Incredible performance from players like Miley as well. I did say when I loaned him out, he will make an impact. He will eventually ram into this team or as a sub, but he actually came on and he did fantastic in that right mid row. Offer something different. We said we'd cut inside. We did that with Hakimi with the inside run. But Bruno Guimaraes lifts the trophy up high to secure this challenge to be completed. The 3 major trophies have been collected with the Carabao Cup now and then, but we will take it. Let's continue on. So here it is then, the trophy celebration, and it should be 3 trophies. It is. It could have been 4. Well, it doesn't actually show 4 on the actual bus, but it could have been. It could have been the quadruple, but obviously you also got knocked out by Manchester City in the FA Cup. So fair play to him right there. But the Carabao Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League has all been secured within only 3 seasons, which I think, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. I think that's pretty impressive. I was expecting 4 or maybe even 5 seasons with Newcastle, but we have got it done with some incredible players and some decent signings. Decent indeed. Let's continue on and check out the stats for season 3. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the rebuild completed within only 3 seasons. I know, I'm just as speechless as yourself. I really didn't expect that at all. But who was the outstanding players this season? And of course, it goes to João Pedro, a player who took me by surprise here. We signed him at the overall of 77, and he has gone up absolutely massive to an 88 overall stroke with 34 and 10. Could actually win the Ballon d'Or. Dembele though, probably the player of the season though. Less games, 9 less games really, pretty much, as I say that, no, 10 games, because it looks like Hakimi's played every single game, it looks like anyway. 22 and 17 is ridiculous. Champions League as well, 8 and 6. Could be a Ballon d'Or for him himself. I mean, anyone could be. Gordon with 20 goals as well. Isaac with 29-10. It's a very high scoring team. I mean, Hakimi there, got to be in the team of the year. Scoring in the winner in the Champions League final in the 90th minute. 10 goals and 4 assists as well. Good Morris 92, 9 and 9. And Tonali at 7 and 12 as well. Decent performance as well from Wan-Bissaka Saka as well, coming a lot of game time. Tomori didn't really go up as much, not as good really there. Lewis Marley at the age of 21. He's looking good. He's looking very good. He did bits there. Got the assist, as you can see, the Champions League final with 8 games and 1 assist. Fantastic indeed. Very good. Nick Pope sadly only the 1 game though, but it is what it is. We can't expect that. But he did accept a rotation in a row when we offered him a new contract at the start of season 3 when I was before Simulate. So he was happy with it. However though, let's see my stats to round up this video right here. As you see, 1 club, 1 league title, 3 domestic cups there, 1 continental cup win there. Biggest win 6-1 against Leeds, and our biggest defeat 3-1 against Manchester City. I think we lost before against that as well, so a bit deja Man City, also the Boogeyman team as of course. Record transfer fee of 103 mil, which was pretty much Kobo, pretty much like I said, paid pretty much 100 mil for him. 172 games played, 119 wins, only 19 draws and 34 losses for myself as the manager of Newcastle. We took over this team over, like I said, the time recording the 12th in real life, and I'll come in as a manager over the main man himself in real life, who is the manager at the moment with Newcastle. And we have done very well indeed. It only took us 3 seasons, but that is going to be the, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up this ribbon here as we have conquered the FA Cup, the Champions League, the Premier League, and also the Carabao Cup twice as well, which is a trophy that really kind of gets away from me in my channels, but we have done it twice, so it's happy days right there. But that is the final team. It's very strong indeed. You can see why it has dominated all the teams here. Very good here, Julian as well at 86. But anyone blabbering on too much here, very good indeed. So I'm hoping you did enjoy this rebuild here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm sorry that you messed up, but I don't take revenge. I'm leaving with my head up. Yeah, I know I can pretend. Yeah, I know I can pretend.